Hi guys, today I'm going to be looking at the FP by TVP, marked with Vaping, Postman and Blitz. Before we do get down to that, if you like what you see, hit that like button. If you don't like what you see, well, thumbs down. But even better again, if you like what you see and you want to see more video content and more of my amateur and hilarious, well, I do look stupid at times, stuff, videos, whatever, hit that subscribe button. Much appreciated. So, without further ado, let's have a look at this bad boy. See you in a bit. Right, boys and girls, here we have the FP by the Vaping, Postman and Blitz Enterprises. And we have the box on the front, Blitz FP, TVP, warnings. This side we've got pretty much nothing. This side we've got the Blitz. This side we have the Blitz social media. This side we have scratch and sniff authenticity thing. Colours, and this one's a silver. On the bottom got all the information for Blitz. Only thing I would have thought is on this side here they would have maybe put TVP's social media on here, give them a bit more of a shout. But you know, it's just my humble opinion. So you open this box up, what you get inside is this fella, which is the tank. Look at there. Underneath you get a Blitz Enterprise instruction manual. On this you do have the specifications of your tank and what's in it. There's two versions, there's a TPD version and a normal version, a standard version, and pay attention to that. Do not use the glass it comes with. Okay, this is why when we get to that. You have a bag of spares, and you've got O-rings, blue screwdriver, one clamp and a screw. Now I have seen some of these spare bags with two clamps in and coils in. This did have coils in, but I did use them, so unfortunately not going to see them. We have, if I can prise it out, also a spare drip tip, which is a nice clear one. Some people like, some people don't. Anyway, all that said and done, let's get down to the nitty gritty. So here we have the FP. Now at the moment it's coming with its standard glass. This is the TPT glass. If you look down the bottom, you can see there's no gap at all. Hang on, I'll see if I've got, if you bear with us, I'll see if I've got something that'll point it out for you. If you just give us a moment, because I've never ever got anything ready as per usual. But yeah, that's just friggin' me. But we're right there. You can see this gap is not big enough for the juice to flow down. So basically it's no good. But what I've found is there's another reason, which I don't think a lot of many people have covered on this, for a big no-no for this glass. Now, if you take this off, right, and you put it on a mod, I've got this one handy here, right? This is an old smock. This is just what I used to find about. There you go. You see it's working, right? There you are. I've took a hit off it, right? So if I take this off here, I'll just put this guy on here, right? Just for an example. I'm mainly using this one because you can see the screen better as well. As you can see, when you fire that, no atomizer, okay, which is normal, yeah. But when you put this guy on and screw it down, then fire it. Atomizer short. That means that with this tank being dropped, when you screw this on with this glass, this is touching this deck. You sense you're short, and that's without the building. So you see, atomizer short, take that off, unscrew it, no atomizer. As soon as you put that down, atomizer short. Now this is on a regulated mod, so most regulated mods will not fire. So if you've done that on a mech mod, that would fire. So, you know, I know it tells you not to use it, this glass, etc., but you know, I think there should have maybe been another mention of a little warning in there for that, because basically you've got to make these things idiot proof, and you may get somebody who may just drop that straight onto a mech and bang, you know what I mean? But that aside, it's just something that I thought I'd make people aware of. I'm sorry this thing's absolutely manky because I've been using it. So moving on the top you have a knurled your 10 drip tip which comes out. You've got a rubber in there, your O-ring is inside, so therefore you probably put your own your 10 on. Open that up and you've got huge filling ports here, absolutely huge filling ports to fill your juice up. This top has also got an O-ring on here for sealing, and it flattens down. Then your bottom airflow is basically a little bit like the old aromizers, 3-step, which I know the Vaping postman absolutely loves, so he's took a bit of inspiration off that. On the bottom you've got your usual FP, CE, recycling. I've got number 5, where am I there, where am I, where's this coming, there you are, 521, designed by TVV and Blitz, gold plated 510. There is quite a bit sticking out, so it could be hybrid safe, plus it's got a lot of insulation around it, so there's another thing. Got a knurled chimney. You open it up, oh, there's a long thread that. There you can see down your chimney, nicely knurled. When I say knurled on the outside, but nicely tapered dome inside. Like, it's not more like a chamfered dome to go towards the top. That's it. But this, like I said, this here, hang on a minute, I'm going to wiggle there. This here, throw it in the bin. Just bin it. Like for the reasons I've just said before, chuck it. Right? Now, me being a plonker what I am, I chucked the wrong glass away. Instead of chucking this one away, I chucked the original straight glass away. So I had to get another one, which was this one. Now this one, I don't think it's like the original, but it, you know, it looks a little bit domed a bit, but actually when you put this back together, you'll see what I mean by that gap now for the wicking. You see that now? Massive gap there now for your wicking to go in. Well, for me, being a 30 milli, got to be a bubble glass, which I have got a glass one. I know they did come with an acrylic one, which was causing a few problems because it was prone to crack when you put your citrus juices in it. So I've got the nice big glass one. As you can see, there's absolutely loads of room in there now for juice. I think this holds about 6 ml of juice, and the other one's about 4 ml. But you know, I just think it looks the part. And if you're going to have a 30 milli, you've got to have, you know, something to fill it up with. You know, it's got to hold a bit of juice in my eyes. But anyway, down to the deck. Which is looking very nice. Let's see, you've got the 2 clamp system. The screws I mean, they aren't the best. They are absolutely awful, them screws. I know Mark wanted Phillips or Posse screws when it came out. I've still got these things, whether they've come out, you know, with the new ones in yet. Probably have by now, like I say, because this has been on the market a while. But I'm just doing it because I think it's still relevant to the current market. With this post, you have a positive and a negative side because you have this insulator here going all the way around here into here. That's all your positive side. Hence, that's why you can have a coil here, positive, negative, coil here, positive, negative, or you can put a single coil in, one negative, one positive. There isn't a lot of room on the deck, to be honest with you. I've had 2.5 milli coils in and dual coil mode, which I think fits just nice. I'd say your max probably be 3 mil, but anything over that you'd be struggling. Single coil, obviously you can go a bit bigger. I've heard people putting 4.5 mil down there, no problem. Huge wicking ports, so you know there's plenty of room for your wicks. Basically your wick ports come through here. You can see that sticking through there. You just want your wicks just level there, so obviously your juice comes down under here, up here into your wicks. But yeah, clamps with these screws aren't really great, like I say, because they're really wide. Look how wide them are. You've got to put a big screwdriver in these things. And you can york them down a bit as well, you know, but I would say with a single coil config, be careful, because obviously it's pushing down at like an angle type of thing, so you don't break it. So, but yeah, that's the deck. So I think if you bear with me, I'll get an anti-stand and some stuff together, and we'll see if we can how you build on this, right? Help me if you can, right? So, first things first, I'm going to find the coils I'm going to put in. These are staple staggered fused, I believe. I've got these off a roll of wire. Actually, I bought them as a roll of wire. That's not that. Where's the other one? Good, bear with us. Should have had all this ready, you know, I'm pretty terrible. But there you go, that's what I'm putting in there. Nice staple stagger fuse clattons. But they'll be going in. Screwdriver, skizzers, tweezers basically, and obviously need cottons there. Oh shit, hang on a minute, I'm knocking the camera. I'm knocking the bloody camera all out. So, got that. Need something to build it on. So what I was thinking of building this on, oh, there's been a little where have I got him? A little coily master. I haven't got a battery in it. I'm just going to build on it because I'm hopeless. But the way I've been doing this basically is obviously unscrewing your clamps, give them a good little bit of a pull out so you've got enough travel on your clamp. Same here. Get them out a little bit so you've got plenty of travel. You can get your coil under. What I've found easier is because your clamps, I mean, are not sprung or anything, just tuck that under there. Got these that way, tuck that under there. Hang on a minute. Tuck that one under there. Bear with them all, fingers and thumbs. Tuck that one under there. It's just to lift your clamp up basically. Okay. Now I tend to push it right back up towards the clamp like so, right up against it, because obviously you're going to pull it out and wiggle it out. All I'm going to do is just clamp it down. Not all the way yet, because obviously we've got to jiggle the coil about. But maybe about, oh, hang on a minute. See what I mean with these screws? They're not the best. About there. Yeah, just a quick little, I don't know, coily tool or whatever it is I've got line here. I've got that line here. Just help to straighten it out a bit. See, these are 2.5 mil. Getting pushed over a touch. pretty okay. Then obviously the same for this side. Just make sure that's reasonably flat. Again, I just took the screws under there to get it up. One end under that side, one end under that side. Again, just get it pulled in right up against the clamp. Get it somewhere near. Start to nip it down. Oh, see what I mean with these screws? They're just too wide. I mean, that's a decent sized screwdriver, and they're still a bit, you know. Well, that's like I see it. A couple of nice Phillips screwdrivers in there, screw heads in there, sorry. Will probably do the job lovely. And there you go, just get that one straightened up a bit and all. I'll just keep a hold of everything for now, just to get it all into situ, so to speak. Now, I would say they're not too bad height-wise there now. I'm going to pull them out just a touch, up a touch. Same with this one. Take him out a touch and up a touch. Just see where we are height-wise. I don't think that's too bad where that is. So I'll give this a final tighten. And you can give them a fair old wind down. And again, just double check them, make sure they're nice and straight. We'll still tweak them a bit when we fire them over. But they aren't too bad. Something like that, it's not far away. And all we do is snip off the edges. This is the good bit about this. It's very very close to the deck. You just snip there, snip there, snip that one, and snip that one. And that, boys and girls, is basically it. So what we'll do now is whop it on me dying G-class. My screen's gone on my G-class, it's dying. I mean, I know what it was before it died. It's set what it's roughly set at, but my screen's dying. It's absolutely dying, but we'll whip this on here. And just get these pulsed in a bit, yeah. Hang on a minute, are you firing? Hang on a minute. Something not right here, is there? That's that done. Make sure we got this sorted out here. Something not quite right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Oh, we're gone. We're away. That was taking a while to burn up, wasn't it? Oh, a funny feeling I've locked it. Oh, very sorry about that. We'll abandon that one then. I'll put her on this other thing then. Like I say, I can't see the screen. It's on its way out, so I'll put her on this bloody thing to get it going. Do apologise about that. Just, God, what can you do? We'll whack it on this thing. We'll better turn that down a bit though. There we go. At last, got some of that fire than bloody hell. They don't look too bad, if I don't mind saying so. They're not bad, are they? Huh? Not bad at all then. So, we'll let that cool down a bit and we'll wick it up. All I use, because I'm a cheap bastard, is it's just cotton bacon for now. It's all I use with these kind of builds for now, just for reviews and that, because it's probably what the average Joe buys. So I'm not thinking, well, buy high-end cotton and all this stuff, it's why? Everyone to their own, I suppose. Excuse that noise, that's just me dog in the background choking to death on something. We'll just check these coils. Yeah, I think they'll be alright then, they're pretty good. And all we'll do is chuck a wick through this boy and get out of it. Nope. What was the same, innit? When you're doing this kind of stuff, you do it with your eyes shut for fun. And as soon as you're going to put it on camera, it all goes fucking pear-shaped. Sod's law, innit? I suppose. Yeah. I'm just going to roughly cut this for now, so I can get the other bit in. Should be enough on here to get this being wicked up, I hope. That's a twist and pinch and twist and pinch and go. There you go. Yeah, it should be enough, shouldn't it? So, what you're looking for is your wicks just to literally poke through this deck here. So I tend to go a guide. I just put my scissors underneath it, put on the wick down, a bit like that, and just getting a rough guide, cut them like that. And then you can just bring them up, and obviously then you can start straightening them out a bit, like that. And obviously after that you can just eye it in, you just eye it in after that with the same size. Show all over there and give them a floof, and a fluff. And basically just tuck them down that juice well. Didn't ram them in, like most. Well, it's the same with most of them. Didn't ram them, just place it. You've still got plenty of room there. Place it in there. I've just got a little bit sticking out, but I think that's how I like it. And just get them tucking. Excuse me, somebody's ringing the phone. Hang on. So sorry about that. There you go. That's live television for you, right? But where was I? Yeah, just tuck them in like so. Same with this side. Just tuck them in nice and gently. Don't ram it in, just place it in nice and gently, like so. You can put plenty in, there's plenty of room. And again, I'm kind of just poking through the bottom there. I'll be quite happy with that, I hope. Right, so we'll juice this fella up. And what I'm going to use with this one is this fella. Thick and smooth vanilla. I think I said on my previous video I like me me creamy stuff and me vanillas. This one's from Concentrates Warehouse. It really is nice actually. I think it's a 70-30, I could be wrong. Yeah, maybe a 70, I think it is a 70-30 mix, but there we go, we'll start dabbing it on this stuff, on this bad boy. See, just put on my coils first. Nicely dripped up. And start putting it down on the cotton now. Hold it along a bit. A bit more on there. Let's give it a fire just to get it bedded in. That's pretty much it. As you can see, just putting this bad boy together, filling it up with juice, and we'll go up top, have a vape, and I'll tell you what I think of it. See you in a bit. Right guys, here we are, back up top. Hang on a minute. Very comfortable. That's it, get comfortable. Here we are back up top with the FP by TVP, Vaping Postman, and Blitz. So this is coming, I've got this on my Titan PWM. It's coming out at 0.14 ohms. I've got a 3.8 volt and it's kicking around 100 watts. Just lock me volts there, so that's spot on. So let's have a little toot on this bad boy, yeah? See what it's like, yeah? God. Oh my. That's nice. That's with the airflow on its lowest, you know, the smallest hole. We'll open it up here to the biggest hole and we'll give it another gun. So it's just an excuse to have another toot because it's that bloody good. As simple as that. Oh. You can see, you know, you don't have to suck the arse of it, you know, to get clouds. It just does it for fun, you know. It's so easy, you know. I mean, I'm in a full breath. The flavour's fantastic, like really good. Right. What do I like? What do I not like about it? Excuse me. The machining is spot on. Threads are buttery smooth. No sharp edges. Everything looks good. Nice finish, no scratches, no burrs, nothing like that. It's really good. And obviously the flavour. My God, the flavour's amazing. I do like the bubble glass though. This is what I prefer. I think with a 30 milliyati, you need a big glass and get plenty of juice in, so you're not constantly filling and filling and filling. You know, I mean, it does like a drink. It does drink it. Like, I mean, I filled that up before, like just before I started this, like, and I'm going through it rather quickly. But yeah, it's definitely nice. Feels good, you know. On this mod, you know, it's not massively heavy, but it just feels nice on this mod. The airflows, like I said, they're off the, you know, they're inspired by the Aromarise range because I know like Mark likes these, as do I. You know, I've got a few myself. And this is kind of, that's probably a dislike, that is just kind of paid us off a bit because this is just pipping these for flavour, and they're my favourite tanks, so nice one for that one, Mark. But generally it's fabulous, you know. The tank's amazing, really good flavour, looks the part. Generally that is, because now my dislikes is he's got like lots of, I don't know if you can see them, there's lots of P's and lots of F's. I think there's probably a bit too many of them. I think knurled top would go nice with the knurled chimney, you know, just leave that blank, it would look absolutely cock on. Even the FP, it's, you know, it's a nice size. It's not too big, it just looks nice. All in all, it is generally a nice looking, you know, I like the shape, it's a nice looking tank. But now, the dislikes. There's not that many really. I mean, obviously I said on the table about the issues with the glass and all that stuff. I mean, but that was generally down to our wonderful TPD laws. Unfortunately, we released this literally just after they added a new rule into the TPD about 2 milli tanks and all that. So I don't know if it was a rush thing to do that, you know, that glass, but I do think there should have been, you know, a bit more information or another one about the possible shorten. And if you did just put that on a mod, or if you did put on a mech, it would fire. I think, you know, there is there, don't use it. Yes, everybody's saying don't use it, but that risk was not, I've never really seen it mentioned of other reviewers. You know, it's obviously, you can see when they've shrunk the tank size down, the deck's obviously sitting higher in the chimney, so I think it's making contact to do the shorten out. Fortunately, on a regulated model it won't fire, but on a mech it could, and obviously lead to some mega serious fucking problems, you know. So first thing, get rid of that glass, just bin it. Like I said, I've binned the wrong one, so but it's not an issue to me because I want the bubble glass anyway. This is what I got it for as well, the bubble glass. The deck, them screws that's in this are fucking awful. I know Mark wanted the Phillips type, the crosshead type screws. Whether the newer releases I've got them in now, I'm not sure. I probably have, because I mean this is like 512 now. I mean I've still got the old screws, but I think by now they will have corrected that. The nailed mouthpiece as well. I mean, I think that's just a coat, like a crubby, you know, your shit lip collecting, you know, you get all the crap off your lips and it kind of gets on there. So I think that's probably a subjective con. I mean, it feels good in the mouth, but I just think it'll collect a lot of your fucking shit off your gob. Going back to the deck, the clamps. Now, what I found it relatively easy to build on. I know that some got like a little step on the side to stop them springing out, but I can see why he hasn't got them, so you can come in nicely from the side and, you know, you get your coils in nicely. But I've seen people have issues when they're tightened, it springs out and all that stuff. Again, you know, just don't torque them all the way down you put in, just tighten them so you play about, nip them, just gradually nip them down. The only thing I'd find maybe is an improvement with that is maybe if the clamp maybe had some serrated teeth or something on the bottom, just to grip, just to nip on the coil, you know. Obviously leave it open, but just, you know, either some cross hatching on the deck piece, just for it to grip on, or maybe like you say some teeth, something like that in the clamp, just to give it a grip. And I think that would probably make life a lot easier for some of the builders out there, probably me included, you know, because you're thinking, oh, it's going to go on, but no, bar that, hunky dory. Anything else? The knurling I think looks good, but I've heard some reviewers or whatever saying that the knurling helps the juice flow. I'm very doubtful of that. I'm an engineer by trade. I'm a CNC turner. I can make these for fun. I'm a CNC machine. I can make these myself. But, you know, drawings, etc. I could do it. But generally, knurling, its sole purpose or its main purpose is grip. You find on handles, you find on these top. I've just mentioned maybe put a knurl on the top of here. That'll get your top cap off. They're for grip and obviously aesthetics, looks. So I can't see how it would help juice flow because obviously it's a rough surface. Rough surface causes friction, you know, slow it down. Trying to put it in perspective, maybe it's like an ice skate or an ice ring, flying about nicely on the smooth ice, yeah, no bother, double axles and all that stuff. And you go, oh, there's a better growler, go and skate on that. They ain't going nowhere there. So, you know, I'm thinking, you know, that's my way of thinking. I don't think it's going to help the juice flow any better. You know, it's not that you need anywhere with this bubble wrap, you know, there's loads of space there. So I don't think it does that, to be honest with you. The only thing I will say regarding that is if you've got the straight glass on, there's not a lot of space either side. So I think with big, if you're using the max VG juices, you know, your 85s, 90s, I think you might get a few, there's a possibility you might get a few dry hits with that. Like obviously it's very thick and there's little room for it to get down in the maximum flow, but I still don't think the knurling will help that at all. They're just, you know, they're for grip. That's the sole purpose of them. You know, I think if you're going to design something for flow, maybe, you know, like put splines down, you know what I mean, so it can flow down the grooves rather than, you know, something along them lines. But generally, overall, I think he's done a bloody good job on this tank. Like I say, it's like everything, there's always room for, there's always room for improvement. This is his first bash at it. He knows there's going to be flaws, he knows there's going to be, you know, people picking this up and that up and that up, which, you know, that's part and parcel when you throw yourself out there, you know, you get a bit of criticism. But I'm not criticising the guy, you know, he's put a lot of thought into this. He's generally come up with a bloody good tank. I mean, I don't know Mark personally, you know, I watch his reviews, I watch him on the UK Vape Show, a little shout out for that. You know, I think he's a cracking guy, he's a bit cocky, but, you know, he tells you how it is and all that stuff, so, you know, thumbs up to you, Mark, you know, for your first go at a tank for a reviewer, top notch, mate. I'm going to have another toot of this, like, because it's lovely. God, that's good. But yeah, at the end of the day, nice job, Mark. Did a cracking tank. I say, with everything, there's no perfect tank out there. You're not going to please everybody, but generally, overall, cracking tank, mate. Absolutely cracking. And well done. Hats off to you, sir. But we'll wrap this up now. I've been the Vaping Heed. Stay safe, vape safe. Until the next time, I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.